Well, Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Last time, Yutam and I discussed about the probability rules, which are very important. In the forthcoming exercises, you will be utilizing them. Main gist, I am going to revise it again. See, the basic definitions I covered, and the sample spaces was also told to you, and you must at your own remember how to make a sample space. Event was also defined. Then we discussed the mutually exclusive events, not mutually exclusive events. The yardstick for the mutually exclusive events is that if you have two sets A and B, their intersection should be a null set for mutually exclusive events. And if the intersection is not coming to be a null set, it means the events are not mutually exclusive. So you must have a clear-cut line in between the two events. Similarly, the next is independent events. In these two events, the occurrence of one event does not affect the occurrence or non-occurrence of the other event. I gave you an example that if you are flipping a coin and drawing a card from a deck, one event, the occurrence of one event is not going to affect the occurrence or non-occurrence of the other event. The events are said to be independent. And if the occurrence of one event affects the occurrence or non-occurrence of the other event, we say the events are dependent. Now we have various rules for each events. The first rule, which is very important, we'll be applying. This is called the law of complement. Let A be an event in the sample space as the set of the basic outcomes of a random experiment belonging to S, but not to A, is called the complement of A and is denoted by A bar. If you recall your initial classes in your 9, 8 metric classes, you had been studying the universal set, a set that was under consideration, that was the universal set. And any subset, say A, is there. So elements of A belong to that universal set. So if I give you an example that 1 to 10, I'm taking the digits, the natural numbers, and this is my universal set. And I'm taking all the even numbers as the set A. Then what will be A prime? If you recall, you had been putting A dash, but here in probability we'll be putting A bar. So the concept is same. So in A bar, you'll be having all U minus A, the elements U minus A. So you subtract all the elements of A from the universal set. The universal set in probability is known as the sample space. The U minus A will be left as all the odd numbers because even numbers are there in A. So U minus A will be having the elements which are odd in nature. This will be denoted by A bar. So a particular line, an example from life. So if I say a student has a probability of passing a test 80%. So what is the probability of his failing? Understood? 20%. It means we are subtracting 80% from 100%. I told you last time, percentages, if we divide every percentage by 100, the answer comes to be in decimal. Three different styles of writing the probability are there. Either you write your probability answer in fractional number, say 1 by 2, example, or write in decimal number, say it is 0.5, or you may write it in the percentage form, it will be 50%. So 50%, 1 by 2, or 0.5. These are the three different expressions, but value is the same, meaning is the same. So remember, the probability can be expressed in all these three situations. But I had been telling you that to just standardize your answers or to make for the teacher convenient to mark, एक ही जैसे आंसर होने चाहिए आप सबके. So write your answer in the decimal form, answer of the probability. And I instructed all of you that after the digit, you must write, sorry, after the decimal, you must write 4 digits in case of probability. The 4 digits must be written after the decimal sign. And we normally write a 0 before decimal, so that decimal should be prominent to read. I hope law of complement. If I say, uh, if the probability of a person that he survives is 3 by 5, then what is the probability of his death or that he do not survive? So 1 minus 3 by 5, simply. So from 1 you subtract the other number, and this is called the law of complement. The other situation you will come to know about that. Just I gave you an example that 1 to 10 is my universal set, that is a sample space. And if my set A is consisting of all the even numbers, then of course A bar will be consisting of all the odd numbers. So ये 1 से minus कर दें या 1 is what? 1 is the probability of the sample space. Last time I discussed 3 situations. Probability of a null set is always 0. Probability of the sample space is always 1. And for any other probability, PA, the probability lies between 0 to 1. Probability never comes to be negative, and probability does not exceed 1. 1 से बड़ी आपको कोई आंसर नहीं मिलेगा probability का. If there is such a situation you are coming across, then your mind must click that this is a wrong answer I'm getting, because the answer is coming more than 1, or your answer is coming less than 0, means negative. So in both the situations, you should be very careful. This is the range of the probability that it is always between 0 to 1. Well, 0 and 1 are inclusive. 0 may be a probability value and 1 may be a probability value. Well, my next event, probability rules. My probability rule for the law of complement is PA bar is equal to 1 minus PA. This law. Or if you want to calculate PA, so bring PA here and PA bar here. If PA bar is known, so subtract 1 from that. 1 minus PA bar, it will give you the probability of PA. Okay. Example I have already discussed. Next rule.
Excuse me, sir.
G. Any
सर
problem?
मैं यस सर मेरे घर पे लाइट नहीं थी, मैं 10 मिनट्स लेट हो गई हूँ. आई गेस अटेंडेंस हो गई है.
Your name? क्या नाम है?
सैयदा कमल रिजवी.
हाँ?
सैयदा कमल रिजवी.
Okay, I will mark you present. Sorry.
ओके सर, थैंक यू.
Well, on the screen in front of you, the title is Addition Rule for Mutually Exclusive Events. We'll be using the word addition for mutually exclusive and not mutually exclusive events. And we'll be using multiplication for independent and dependent events. Keep in mind, ये चीजें बार बार जो repeat की जाती हैं, so that it should stick to your mind forever. थोड़े थोड़े फर्क को अच्छी तरह से नशीन कीजिए. Let A and B be the two mutually exclusive events using addition rule for the probability. The probability of their union is, we always use the symbol union for mutually exclusive and not mutually exclusive events. And we always use intersection for dependent and independent events. These differences must be kept in mind. Now, PA union B will be there in both the cases for mutually exclusive events and as well for not mutually exclusive. Well, for mutually exclusive events, simply take probability of A. Union will be replaced by plus sign, and then probability of B. Damn simple. As such, there is nothing very difficult in that. But once you just collectively study, then you confuse. So try your best not to get confused. This rule is, gentlemen, for mutually exclusive events. Remember, mutually exclusive events are those which don't have anything in common. Or in other words, we say they do not occur at the same time. Keep in mind this concept. They are called the mutually exclusive events. I told you an example that you once flip a coin, either head will appear or a tail will appear, but not both at a time. So once the two events do not occur at the same time, they are known as the mutually exclusive events. Fine, okay. My next rule is addition rule for not mutually exclusive events. Let A and B be the two not mutually exclusive events. Using the addition rule of probabilities, the probability of their union. Again, we are going to take the union. Remember, A union B. The left hand side is the same which we used in mutually exclusive as well. The same left hand side will be used for not mutually exclusive. But there is a little change on the right side. First two terms are the same. You expressed in your previous case, PA, then plus PB. But here, this last factor is further written here, that is with a minus sign, P A intersection B. I told you A intersection B will exist in case of not mutually exclusive events. So once it is going to exist, you are to subtract its probability from the first two terms. The first two terms you will be adding, but this last term you are to subtract. Keep in mind, somebody I have seen using a plus sign over here. If you add this value, your answer will exceed 1. 1 से ज़्यादा तो होना ही नहीं चाहिए था probably. So you try your best that you are using the
Hello,
appropriate
hello,
signs. G. Anybody having any
sir. You
problem?
are not,
Follow?
sir. You are not audible.
I am not audible. Why? I am speaking at the very high pitch. After mic, everybody is listening me very easily. There must be a problem in your system. Check it. I'm very much close to my system, and nobody is making a complaint other than you. See what is the problem with you. Then I told you one more rule that was considered as the conditional probability. In your problems in the exercise, you will be using this formula also. Let A and B be two events. The conditional probability of event A, given that event B has already occurred, is denoted by the symbol PA/B. I discussed it last time. I'm again explaining this symbol PA. Don't call it divided by B. It's not divided by. PA/B. We read it as probability of event A given that. ये जो slash का मतलब होगा in English words, given that event B has already occurred and is found to be. What is the formula? See in the next column. PA/B equals, you just take the intersection of these two. Whatever the two events are being mentioned over here, you take their intersection. PA intersection B, then this is divided by. Once you write the first probability in the numerator, divided by PB will come in the denominator. What is PB? The probability of that event which is written after the slash. And surely the denominator should not be 0. You know, if denominator goes 0, the probability answer will jump to infinity. किसी भी number को, if you recall in your mathematics, 1/0 क्या होता है? Infinity होता है. So there should be never a 0 in the denominator. If it occurs, your answer will jump to infinity. So that's why here the condition has been mentioned that the probability of event B should not be 0. Because probability of any event may be 0, but in this particular situation, its probability should not be 0. Or if the situation is like this, otherwise, A and B, they are interchanged. P probability B, you are going to find the probability of B, given that event A has already taken place, या occurred. तो कहानी तो वही है, the same thing, you are going to take intersection of these two. B intersection A or A intersection B is same. If you remember your ninth metric class, if we take the intersection of two sets, either we call it B intersection A or A intersection B. In both the cases, answer comes to be same. So instead of writing P B intersection A, you may write, or A intersection B, same. P intersection B slash means divided by. This word line is for the divided by. Now what is after slash? Which event? Event A is after the slash. So it will be written in the denominator, P A. Again, the denominator should not be a 0 value. This is called, gentlemen, conditional probability, that one event is affecting the occurrence or non-occurrence of the other event. Now comes the next rule, multiplication rule for independent events. Let A and B be two independent events. Using the multiplication rule for probabilities, the probability of both occurring is. अब ये दोनों एक साथ अकर कर रहे हैं, तो PA intersection B. You will just replace your intersection with a dot. Dot means multiplication. The probability of A dot probability of B. Very simple, damn simple. दो इवेंट्स हैं, इंडिपेंडेंट हैं, तो आप उन दोनों के प्रोडक्ट्स को मल्टीप्लाई कर दें. म्यूचुअली एक्सक्लूसिव इवेंट्स में हम इंटरसेक्शन की जगह यूज करते थे यूनियन, एंड देयर instead of dot we had been using a plus sign. Okay, these minor concepts must be separated from event to event. You must keep in mind the difference. Well, I hope this is also clear. Next rule is for dependent events. Let's see. Multiplication rule for the dependent events. Let A and B be two dependent events using the multiplication rule of probabilities. The probability of both occurring is A intersection B equals probability of the first event A, again multiplied with, either you put a dot or you do not put a dot, mean the two factors are being multiplied. So PA dot probability of P. Now you take the probability of the second event given that first event has already occurred. Given that the first event has already occurred. Okay. These are all the rules I wanted to discuss. It, last time I also discussed. Yes, anybody who wants to ask something? Who is raising the hands? Yes, young man. Any problem from these rules? The definitions are also there with you. इससे पहले वाली जो PPTs हैं, उसके अंदर आपके पास definition है. Yes, come on. I am giving you the time to discuss anything. Any question anybody is having? Who is raising the hands? No? Okay. After 6 minutes एक break हो जाएगी, but you keep on waiting, you'll join again. And after the second session is over, मतलब 4 sessions हो जाते हैं ना 40 minutes में. So next session जब over हो जाएगा, then you will take 15 minutes break and you'll offer your Maghrib prayer and then we'll rejoin. Last session में आपको last 20 minutes के अंदर आपका quiz कर लेंगे. Fine. Okay. I'm switching over to the exercise now. एक्सरसाइज।
सर वो जो हेलो सर
बोलो।
सर वो जो सर लास्ट 20 मिनट्स होंगे वही सर टाइम होगा, हमें फिर वही अपलोड करना होगा LMS पे, राइट सर?
जी जी, तो कौन सी देर लगती
खाली
है LMS पे अपलोड करने में?
जी जी बस ठीक है सर, मैं सर
हाँ,
रिकन्फर्म कर
उसके
रहा हूँ।
बाद अपलोड